All right, let's go. It is Ben at 10. And if you're new to the program, I'm meteorologist Ben Peine here. And we are live in the Extol Media Studios in Uptown New Albany. And this is your show for Southern Indiana, the only live interactive show. Comment, we'll bring it up. And hey, if you want to be on the show sometime, you can email me, ben@extolmag.com. It's easy to send you a link, pop you right up, just like FaceTime. So we've got some amazing technology here right in our hometowns. So thanks for joining us, whether it's on my page, Meteorologist Ben Peine, Extol Weather on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube, and extolmag.com/weather. Lots of different avenues and platforms to pick us up and maybe even bring us up on your big screen on YouTube. Thanks for liking or subscribing. As I mentioned, this is your show. Please feel free to interact, comment, let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods, in your neighborhood. If there's an event, let us pop it on here for you. So thanks for joining us, and we'll get to some comments here in just a second. We've got some beautiful weather on the way today. I think we'll have a fun show today. It's kind of laid back and relaxed because we've got low humidity. We've got sunshine through our holiday weekend. I've got some videos loaded up here for you. So we're going to, again, have a little fun with this show here for our happy hump day, July the 2nd. My birthday eve. Here's a look outside. Just seeing a few, maybe high, thin cirrus clouds. This is a live look at Uptown New Albany at Market and Vincennes. So it is a good looking start to the day. The coolest start we've had in probably almost 2 weeks. Drop in humidity makes a big difference as we fell down to the 60s in many locations overnight. And there you can see the really quiet conditions as we look across the continental United States from border to border and coast to coast. As we zoom in, we are looking at rain off to our east. That's the front that moved through. And look at that beautiful clear sky overhead featuring the lower humidity. What a difference. Have you been outside? Have you stepped out on the back deck? Or have you sipped that coffee? I've had one cup, and we've got Big Happy back on the program this morning. This is black coffee, a little sugar. First cup this morning had a little cream and sugar. We're weaning ourselves a little bit off the cream as we go through the day. But cheers to you all this morning. We're going to be extra perky with Big Happy this morning. All right. Let's see a few comments, and then we'll get this program rolling right along. And I want to get some things ready for our big program, of course. Oh, by the way, again, check this out. So speaking of some cooler temperatures, this is extolmag.com/weather. There's my live program. This red button here will take you to our YouTube. Please like, subscribe. We're getting those numbers up. Get into some more homes and tablets and phones, all that good stuff. But you can see my live program right now above my live program. So there you go. I want to break the universe and be showing myself live on live on live on live. There's a 7-day forecast that I posted this morning. I've got the weather story that I posted this morning is too, featuring Play America. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. There's all of the tools and resources, different weather things that can help you out here locally. And we're looking at just some beautiful conditions across the area today. And again, many spots starting off in the 60s this morning. So it was a beautiful start. How many times? Drink every time I say beautiful. That's the game we're going to play this morning because it is beautiful out there. There's a live look with the Falls of the Ohio Foundation.org camera looking over the fossil beds there, over the lush green trees. We've had no drought problems, even though we've had some excessive heat. All right, it is Hump Day. We're going to Beverly Haggis first to join in, as usual, from Borden, Indiana. Thanks for watching here. Judy Tyndall, good morning from Cloverport. Love when you put the town names in there. Love the representation. My mom, happy birthday, Eve. Might be a Red Lobster kind of night. We'll see. Orlean Whitlow, good morning. Ben, I want to wish you an early birthday. Thank you very much, Orlean. Appreciate that. Laura Peavy, sunny 83. Lebanon, Kentucky, starting to warm things up. Yeah, we do have a very high UV index. Even though we get a break in the humidity, we're still going to warm up. We still know it's summertime. It's July. We still have the heat, but a little bit lower humidity. So Lebanon, Kentucky in the house. And we've got Jerry Castor from Flaherty, Kentucky. Thanks, Jerry, for tuning in here this morning on this lovely, I'll say lovely, not beautiful that time. All right, here we go. Rolling right along on this Wednesday morning. I want to give a shout out to our friends at Ivy Tech. It's the Sellersburg Spotlight, exit 9, about 9 miles north of downtown Louisville. You got 42 programs offered, certification programs. A lot of those are 2-year. Get a jump start on all your friends that are, maybe didn't prepare like you did, and you can get all these credits piled up like my daughter did and get you a head start in post-secondary education. You can learn about tuition, aid, student services, more about Ivy Tech right there at ivytech.edu, and it'll take you right there. Lions Roofing, our friends there, they still have a job openings. You go to career. This is at lionsroofingco.com. 812-294-3595. Learn more about becoming a roofing repair technician and all of what that has to offer there for you. And we still have a lot of job postings here at libspaving.com. That is L-I-B as in Ben paving.com. So you can see all of the available job opportunities right there here in Southern Indiana. You're going to get all that money. You're going to get those paychecks, and you know where to go. People you know, wherever you go, banking the way you want, NWSB, newwashbank.com. All right, now we're going to bring up that forecast. I'm also keeping a close eye on those comments. And I do want to also say thank you to our partners that have already signed up or early on the train, the Bennett 10 train, so to speak. And in the future, if you'd like to jump on the train, you can email me, ben@extolmag.com as well. If you want to have some fun, some of our regular viewers here, if you want to email me, I can send you a link and I can pop you right on this show live. Again, this is your show. Tell me what you want to see. What weather graphics can help you out. Weather information, again, don't be shy to pop in. You can become an advertising partner. We've been averaging around 2 million views per month over the last 90 days. You've got friends or family that have a business or organization that want that Southern Indiana megaphone or beyond. We can reach Kentucky too, as we know. Feel free to email me, ben@extolmag.com or jason@extolmag.com. We've got a few more comments popping in here. We've got Crystal Bruner. Good morning to you. And the always loyal John Fox. We really do need to get on the golf course, buddy, sooner than later. We are now about to dive into that forecast. So this is it. Play America. You can see it on the screen. You can see it right here in front of me. This can be like a little meet and greet because we'll be out there. I'll have the family out there. If you want to join us tomorrow evening, 6 to 8, they got the family field, food trucks, bounce houses. I might avoid the bounce house myself, but bring your kids out there. It's going to feel great. The humidity is still going to be on the low side tomorrow. We've served up perfect weather for my birthday celebration, Play America. Of course, this is for Independence Day. But the Louisville Orchestra will be out there. And the entire Louisville Orchestra and conductor Teddy Abrams is going to strike them up, get the orchestra playing at 8 p.m. This is at America Place, River Ridge. Real convenient, by the way. You just head a couple miles north of the roundabout there at 265 and 62. Head right up to, I believe it's like Logistics Avenue. And then it's right there on the side. It's a really unique building, the Justica Cultural Center. So join me out there. I'll be walking around. Please don't be shy to pop up and say hello. All right, the play ball forecast today, right around 80 degrees or so at noon. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 80s for this afternoon, a little bit above normal. Actually, not above normal finally, right at normal for this time of the year. So we're looking at some actually below normal humidity as well. So we are in good shape for today. No rain chance, north wind at 5 to 10. So just hopefully you can get out there and enjoy it. Quick bird nerd segment after I show this comment from Vicky Berger. Thanks for watching. Yesterday was my mom's birthday. Today, my granddaughter's birthday. And tomorrow is yours. Happy early birthday with all the emojis. Then the 4th is America's birthday. What a week. Happy birthday to all of you and your family members as well. It's a fun time of the year. All right, here we go. So today I didn't see them, but we heard them on the Merlin app. If you're interested in birds, get this. On the right side is a turkey family I don't know what its family of turkeys is called, a flock of turkeys, but a gobble of turkeys. The red-eyed vireo, the summer tanager, the easternwood pewee, the white-nested nuthatch, the white-breasted nuthatch, Carolina wren, the tufted titmouse, and the blue jay were out there singing some songs this morning. And we've been seeing about every day this little family of turkeys. If you look closely on the right side, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 9 little babies there. And I think 2 hens. And they've just been going back and forth across the street. It's been pretty cool to see that. And we've got Dennis Gregory watching from Bedford, Indiana. Love the representation up there in Lawrence County. All right. And so this was the Bird Nerd Report, but we're going to stay on the nature theme here. I want to play this little video that I caught yesterday. I think these are yellowtail. No. Swallow. Help me out here. They're butterflies. Swallow, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what kind of butterflies these are. But I think this is like a mating ritual dance. Here, take a look. So you can see them just floating, flirting, whatever they're doing. Swallowtail, what are these things? So just a beautiful thing happening. It's, we're in the early summer, and the birds are still nesting out there and mating as well. So there's that little, I believe that is a little mating ritual dance for that species of butterfly. I know there's somebody out there that knows that, especially my dad. He's very good with the butterfly species and stuff like that as well. Man, I knew what it was. Did I not write it down? Oh, well. All right, moving along. You may have heard about the pool in a box saga. We got this really cheap pool, and we've been trying to set up, but we live on a hill. And our road is actually not called a road or a street. It's just called hill. And it's in like the Knobstone Escarpment of southern Indiana. And everything's a slope. So thankfully to my neighbor, Mike, who's got a really nice tractor, he came over and started to till it up. And we're trying to do our best to flatten this thing out. So this was, I don't know, we're about 5-6 days into this saga, and we'll see where it goes. But a quick video to thank my neighbor. So he's filling it up. We may end up with just a big mud hole. That looks flat, but it's about a foot and a half drop. And so we needed to kind of try to level that out. So tilling, and then got the grader box on it, and we'll see how this goes. We're going to try our best. But thanks to my neighbor Mike for coming out and helping us out with that. Tiger swallow flies, swallow tails. I think we're on the right track there, John. Thank you. Well, that's the butterfly video that I just showed there. Also, all right, so been talking about some failures with the pool and some other things. We learn from our failures, and sometimes failures are fun. So this was me trying to set a mouse trap. I don't know if you saw this video. My wife and I got a little scared of it, but there's some success here. I'll talk to you about that after I show you this.
This is no fun. We got a little mouse in the kitchen.
Are you scared of the sound?
So why are mouse traps so hard to set? So anyway, there was some success there because this guy was getting into all of our drawers, dropping his little mouse turds everywhere, or sweeping them out. We don't think we're to exterminator level, and sure enough, we got the little booger. Rest in peace, cabinet mouse. He is now in a better place. So that was a success story there. Why don't we get back to the forecast? That was a little nature little interlude there. We're going to get back to the forecast here. Hey, there's somebody walking there behind us. Hello to you. All right, so this was really cool. These were crepuscular rays. So at sunset, had a little cumulus cloud over the hilltop blocking the sun's rays. You can see the darker area on the right, the lighter area on the left. It's just something you don't see all that often. They see it all the time in the tropics down in Miami, kind of along the sunrise, sunset there along the ocean. They always get the sea breeze and the ocean breeze, and the land breeze creates these cumulus clouds, and they can often get these crepuscular rays. But I just thought that was a beautiful shot there last night. And by the way, this is a reminder too, you can go to Indiana Skies, and if you want to submit any of photos, I would love to show those on our show. That's on Facebook, Indiana Skies. UV index up to a very high level of 10 today, easy to burn. I mean, like probably 15, 20 minutes sunburn time. So think about that sunscreen if you're gonna be out there for a little while. I had to have a big chunk taken out of my ear a few years ago. Still a thin spot right there. I need to get back to the dermatologist and get a checkup too. All right, so this is, I did post this yesterday, but so starting yesterday, all the way through August 19th, our normal high is 89 degrees. So that is the average high for this time of the year. And so we are in the hottest part of the year through much of August on average. Of course, you get a little cool down here and there. Here's your July 2nd forecast for today. 88 degrees, sunny, lower humidity out there, north wind at around 5 to 10. Our sunset at 9:10 p.m. And right around 9:20 is, or 10:20, I should say, on Ben at 10 is when we typically get to your weather model data. We'll start to dig into that weather model data here in just a second. Thankfully, there's not a lot other than some sunshine through our holiday weekend. 68, our low tonight, mostly clear, nice and mild, light breeze, sunrise at around 6:24, typical summer night. Tomorrow's forecast here for you, upper 60s, low 70s out the door, 84 at noon. A lot like what we have out there today, maybe a degree or two warmer in the afternoon. We're a friendly 90 degrees as we top out near normal. Average high, 89. Sun up at 6:24. Our sunrises are getting just a little bit later each morning. Our sunsets are still stuck at 9:10 with those late sunsets. 7-day forecast. Again, great weather for Play America, the Louisville Orchestra at America Place, the Justica Cultural Center in Jeffersonville. 90 degrees tomorrow, and then 92 Friday. Getting a little more hot and humid this weekend. 94 back-to-back Saturday, Sunday. But it looks like we stay dry through the weekend. Now, this ridge of high pressure that is keeping us dry through this weekend will break down a little bit, and this is going to allow a chance for some pop-up storms to return to the forecast. And so we're looking at upper 80s and some occasional pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Some hints with the European weather model, the GFS weather model, by next Wednesday. We'll try to look that far out here in just a second. We may have a front that might give us a little more widespread chance of some showers and thunderstorms across the area. So again, it is about that time that we bring up the weather model data. And we are going to, again, look at this here in just a second. Got a couple more comments popping in. And Vicky says, I've got a friend who raises butterflies in her house. Oh, that's a cool little hobby, peaceful hobby. Diane Bauer, everyone has a mouse story. That was funny. I chased one with a shoe. Yeah, they're a little, I don't know how they get in. I don't know where they're getting in. But they feel very comfortable at our house for some reason. But we're getting to the bottom of it. Here is a look at that sunny sky all across the area. And in fact, if you weren't on right when we started the show, boom, there you go. It is full force sunshine across the area. Again, a high UV index, beautiful conditions all across Kentucky, Indiana, the Ohio Valley. Rain well off to the east, and nothing real organized across the United States. It is a summertime pattern with a little bit of dry air that we can enjoy. So what I want to bring up first is, the HRRR, HRRR, high resolution rapid refresh weather model. And it does have the precipitable water. And so I love this one. Let me get rid of the radar and satellite. Bear with me just 1 second. There we go. All right, so I just think this is a cool map. This is just a cool way to look at the humidity levels. Precipitable water, this is how much water is in the atmosphere that you can precipitate out if you had a storm system. So if you look closely here, this is kind of the boundary that moved through. That's that drier air. If you notice and you're outside, it's going to be a north breeze. That's helped shove the super muggy tropical weather down to the south. So all along the southeast, the Gulf Coast into Texas is kind of where it belongs and never leaves. So we get a break, we get a respite every once in a while in the mugginess, so we can enjoy this for like 2 days, not very long. Let me try to clear that out. It's wanting to stay on there. All right. There we go. So looking ahead, gotta love technology sometimes. So this is through this afternoon. Notice the blue is good. Blue, we are in good shape there. And all the mugginess down south. So I need to go into a little bit longer range weather model. We'll switch it into the NAM, and I'm going to zip ahead to tomorrow afternoon. And there you can see the really muggy weather staying down around the Gulf and the Atlantic Ocean. So that's good. This should be able to go into the 4th of July. Now, still not crazy humidity. It's a lot worse actually out to the west. Notice this plume of moisture heading right up the gut of the Great Plains. So Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, getting rather humid. So what's happening here is high pressure. You got a Bermuda high out here. We've got a little bit of a high pressure ridge over us, and it's flowing in off the Gulf, that really muggy weather there out to our west. Now, if I go to the GFS weather model, the high resolution GFS, when do we start to see that crank up over our area? So we go into Saturday, July the 5th. Notice that red, that's the step outside instant mugginess weather. It's getting into Missouri and into Illinois. So it's creeping up a little bit closer. We are seeing yellow over us, which means the humidity is going to start to go up a bit. Not insanity humidity like we had during the heat wave. The dew points won't be at that crazy yet. Going into our Sunday, July the 6th, now we're starting to see that humidity level increase over southern Indiana. So the mugginess going up as we get into Sunday and into Monday. So going into the 7th of July, this is Monday, the muggy weather on top of us once again. And that will likely lead to that chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as well. So that is basically your muggy forecast there. It's going to stay fairly low today, tomorrow, a little higher Friday, Saturday, then a jump up, it looks like Sunday and into Monday. Now, we're sunny for a long time, so there's no severe weather risk for us. That stays well to the north and just very small risk up that way. So really no need to look at the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook for us as we stay high and dry through our holiday weekend. I'm going to bring up the Climate Prediction Center's outlook. So this one is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, a little bit above normal or near normal for us, and then they get below normal out west. This is just past the 7-day forecast. 8 to 14 day outlook shows right about normal temperatures for our area. So nothing extreme as we head through mid-July. Big, happy coffee break there for a second. Okay, now bringing up future radar. We're going to be able to, again, just fast forward through this weekend as we stay dry. But this is the Ben on a Limb segment as we take a look at the longer range weather model data. So with that, we'll bring up, this is something we don't look at very often. So this, maybe it won't load. Let's see. Oh, there it is. This is the, okay, yeah, I need to fast forward here. Total precipitation, I'm going to take this through Sunday. Let me take the, so rain to our east, rain to the west. If you notice, there's kind of a little bit of a hole right here. That is high pressure keeping us high and dry for the next, so today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, 4 or 5 day stretch of dry weather. So good time, especially today and tomorrow with the low humidity, to get out and get some chores done outside. I know my grass has gotten really tall. I need to get out there and mow that so my neighbors aren't ashamed. Let me bring up the future radar, which is the reflectivity. I'm just going to go ahead and start this Saturday and go into Sunday. So this shows Sunday afternoon, mainly dry conditions across the area. I'm going to pop ahead to Monday. So that was, I'm fast forwarding a little bit too far. So that's Monday. This is going into the 8th, which is Tuesday. Does not show a whole lot across the area. So a lot of the data was showing maybe like around Wednesday, a little better chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. And by that time, we may need some of that rainfall, as we do have some pretty dry conditions here, again, over the next 4 or 5 days. Yards, gardens will start to dry out, and having to maybe water a little bit by the end of this weekend. We've been doing a good job so far watering the Mother's Day plants that we potted on the front and back deck. Everything's growing very well. Been a great growing season. Okay, so that is the long range outlook. I'm not sure if there's anything else we can look at with sometimes the upper level winds. This is around 18,000 feet, are kind of interesting to look at. But in the summertime, usually there's not a whole lot of wind throughout the depth of the atmosphere. This is all the way through the 10th of July. So what this shows is that there's not a big, like super big ridge or trough. This is kind of what we call laminar flow. It's kind of flat or zonal flow with the jet stream just off to the north. So mostly very light winds south of that, very warm summer-like conditions, but it could be close enough, and this is not a bad thing, especially for farmers, that we get a little disturbance to kind of move through every once in a while and give us a chance for a little round of some showers and thunderstorms. This is through the middle of, going into the middle of July. So having at least a spark for some occasional showers and thunderstorms through the growing season, not necessarily a bad thing. Might interrupt some outdoor plans every once in a while, but farmers in general, soybeans and corn need about an inch or so per week to really get some good production. So, you know, if that pattern stays good, we're good there. We want to get into deep into August, everything growing good. And then we can start to trend drier as we usually do, you know, late September and October when we get closer to the harvest. And then it's not as big of a deal if we get some drought conditions by that time. All right, there we go. That is that all we need to look at with the weather model data? I think it is. So another look outside at the sunshine all across southern Indiana and Kentucky. Beautiful day out there. Had a little bit of a break. Oh yeah, what I didn't bring up was a look at the current temperatures. We're warming up now, but I was going to look at when we first popped on. Oops, still got the drawing on. So that's not too shabby at all here. Mid-morning, low 70s. The really muggy weather down south. It shows the front there down over the deep south where they've got 80s already this morning. So again, I don't know if you've been outside early this morning. It has felt a whole lot better across the area. So we're now well into the 70s, but there were many areas that were in the 60s earlier this morning. And in fact, I can try to bring that up. Let me see here. Because Indiana has they're trying to build a mesonet through Purdue. Purdue's a good weather school. So this is the Indiana Mesonet. This is indianamesonet.org. Now, Kentucky ahead of the game. They've got a much better program with the Mesonet. We've kind of got a desert as far as weather observation stations in southern Indiana. So let me see. You go to Get Data here, I believe. It should pop up our map here in Indiana. Get rid of some of this. And these are really high quality weather observation stations. So you can see there's not very many in our area. I was going to try to go to bear with me here. I'm trying to figure this out. So we got air temperature up here. You can see all of the different things that you can see. You can see surface winds. Try to look for the low temperature for today. Oh, so you can select the time. Okay, so if I go back to, let's go back to like 7:30 and look at the air temperature. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco here, guys. Let me bring this up full screen. So you can play along with this too if you want to see some. And then Kentucky Mesonet is a good one. I'll show that here in just a second. So this is the Indiana Mesonet. Again, they're trying to grow this out. I would like to actually be a part of this and help Purdue if we can. But let me bring this up full screen. So this was the low temperature this morning. They've got a station in Crawford County, 65. So that was one of our coolest starts that we've had. So a lot of mid 60s this morning. Not too bad at all. And then we can go to Kentucky Mesonet. So this is the Kentucky Mesonet. This is based out of Western Kentucky. And notice their page. They've got a higher density of weather observation stations. But you go to temperature, the minimum air temperature this morning. Look at that over the Commonwealth, mid 60s as well. So we're seeing dew points in the 60s. It's a lot better than the 70s that we've had recently. So those dew points all in the 60s in Kentucky. That's, again, a nice break. But these are tools. If you ever want to check them out, obviously free to use. Kentucky Mesonet or Indiana Mesonet. This is kymesonet.org, kymesonet.org. And then the other one is the Indiana Mesonet.org. So just a kind of cool way to check out what's going on, what's happened, how much precipitation you picked up. A lot of different weather variables that you can check out there. There is the perfectly clear sky as we look here at the Falls of the Ohio Foundation camera. And this is at the fallsoftheohio.org/webcam. We have a good morning here from Sue Shively. Thanks for tuning in on this Wednesday. Have a blessed day as well, Sue. Thanks for watching our show this morning here at 10:35. As we're about to wrap things up, we're going to look at the forecast once again for you. And another reminder as well that we have Play America tomorrow for my birthday, July 3rd. America Place at River Ridge. Come check it out. We can do just kind of an impromptu meet and greet. My family will be out there. Please don't be shy to pop up, say hello to us. And I want to bring up this little video right here about what you can expect. That's the family field out there. That's the Justica Cultural Center. You can see the tents and the booths, the family, the food trucks out there. There's going to be bounce houses, face paintings, drawings, as you can see there, and just setting up a good time for the family. And this is something that can spark an inspiration in a child when they see the full Louisville Orchestra up front. And so Teddy Abrams, brilliant conductor, is going to be striking up the orchestra at 8 p.m. I know they've been setting the stage up there. This is just a couple miles north of 265 and 62 in Jeffersonville, River Ridge, America Place. So come on out. Again, we'll be out there and ready to celebrate the United States and celebrate my birthday as well. So come on out and have a good time. That is tomorrow, 6 to 8 o'clock. All right, back to the forecast. Here's your play ball forecast. Around 80 degrees or so by noon, 88 this afternoon, lower 80s at 8 p.m. No rain chance, north wind at around 5 to 10. This was my little bird nerd segment I showed at the beginning of the show, but I want to show you the little flock of turkeys that we've been seeing every morning on either side of the road. They're just kind of gobbling around out there, eating up ticks, I hope. And this was the crepuscular ray. Thanks to that cumulus cloud over the hilltop yesterday, a tropical sight that you often see around the ocean in the evening time, but we got to see it here. UV index, very high level of 10 now through the weekend. Have a steady supply of that sunscreen or seek the shade. Now, today, 89 is the normal high on average, climatologically speaking, all the way through August 19th, we celebrate the hottest time of the year. 88 degrees, our high today, near normal for our July 2nd. Sunny with lower humidity, north wind at around 5 to 10. And since the humidity stays on the lower side, relatively speaking, it'll be relatively cooler tonight, down to the 60s again. Had some mid-60s in many locations early this morning. It was nice. The windows down in the old 97 GMC Sierra, 225,000 miles, still rocking and rolling. Tomorrow's forecast for your July 3rd, upper 60s out the door, 84 at noon, and maybe a degree or two warmer tomorrow afternoon, around 90 degrees. Sunrises are getting like a minute later each day, so our days are getting just a little bit shorter. We still have our 9:10 sunsets for a little while longer. 7-day forecast. 4th of July celebrations, we're in good shape. 92 degrees for Friday. Be safe and have a fun weekend. Great weather by the pool, in the river, in the lake, by a body of water here. It's going to get a little more hot and humid this weekend. 94 back-to-back Saturday and Sunday. And then as this ridge of high pressure that's been keeping us dry begins to break down a little bit, it looks like we'll bring back a chance for a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday. Might see a little better chance of more widespread showers and thunderstorms by next Wednesday. So there you go. There is that forecast for you. And I want to thank once again our partners here at ivytech.edu. Head over to ivytech.edu, go to locations, go to Sellersburg, and learn more. It's summer sessions now, but you can register for the fall semester, the fall sessions there. That is August 25th. They'll meet you wherever you're at in your aspiring career, whether you're maybe a junior or senior in high school. Get those credits ahead of time for free, and they can transfer very easily, as we found out. Or maybe you're just wanting to change, or you want to level up. Head over there to Ivy Tech and learn a whole lot more there. Lions Roofing, they've got a job opening. Lions Roofing, great family-owned local company out of Memphis, Indiana. 812-294-3595, roofing repair technician job opening. Reach out to them. And also libspaving.com. So if you go to Libs Paving, you can learn more about their operation. They are the largest top asphalt paving contractor around. They do concrete, They do asphalt. If you go to careers in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to find the available opportunities here in Southern Indiana and in Kentucky. So look at all the job openings. You just click learn more, and you can learn more about that job and how to apply for it right there. NWSB, people you know wherever you go, banking the way you want, newwashbank.com. And a reminder, you can go to LouisvilleOrchestra.org and you can see the Play America. This is a free event tomorrow, 6 p.m. 6 to 8 is the family fun in the field. 8 p.m. the orchestra begins to take us into the sunset, and it is free. They encourage RSVPing. It's not required, but they're just kind of get an idea how many people are going to come out. Again, free Louisville Orchestra community concert, Play America, filled with music, community, food, and fun. Boom, there we go. That's a Ben at 10. Thanks for joining us. And a couple more comments popping in before we wrap this one up at 10:41. One more cheers from Big Happy here. It's been a 2-cup kind of morning. All right. I need to get mowing out there later today. Always kind of dread it. But we got to get out there. Here we go. We've got Eleanor Craney, Dennis Gregory. Hi, you look really familiar. I have a question for you. Kindly send me a message here on Facebook. Is that spam? That might be spam. I don't know. Yep. We got a spammer here. We're catching a spammer in real time. So I'm going to have to go in to the comments and kindly block Eleanor Craney. He's looking up John Fox. Hi, you look really familiar. I've got a question for you. Kindly message me a message here on Facebook. Don't you love how crafty they are? They're so kind, and they give you a little compliment. And it's been getting worse too. Facebook's got to watch out for these. I don't know how they pop in. So I'll be going in there. We'll just do the block and block any future profiles that they might create. We've got a better comment here to wrap up the show this morning. Very often from Vicki Berger out of Salem, Indiana. Let's all do that. Have a blessed day. We'll see you on my birthday tomorrow, July 3rd. We're going to talk about some more good summertime weather. 10:43 right now on this July 2nd. And we'll end it right there with that comment from Vicki. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you later.